It's November 12th, 2010. You're listening to Streamlining Social Media, episode number 3 with Courtney Engel. In the news today, we have a few changes going on with certain browsers. First off, let's take a look at Google. In Google, we have Google Instant that's been out for about a month or so now, but they have changed the preview area. So when you go to google.com, and you search for something like Settlers of Catan, one of my favorite games, and as you're looking over the list of results, when you mouse through this list, you will see a preview going on. Important takeaway here is that it is being determined how this affects the SEO rate. Google is claiming that having these previews along the page will help people know whether or not they need to click further to go in and review the site. However, others are claiming that this is detracting their traffic, that they want to have people come into the site and look around. In either case, if you are the user and searching Google, having the preview could be of help to you. We'll see how quickly Google is able to cache the pages and how frequently they get updated if sites get overhauled. But something interesting to watch out. Next up, we have Ping Brigade. Ping Brigade is a neat little service that lets you see how quickly your website happens to load from anywhere in the world. So simply go to their site, test it out, and you'll be able to see any time that your page goes to load. So if I were to go to Ping Brigade now, and I wanted to test where in the world how GFYD was loading, http://gfydmember.com. We'll see how quickly our page is loading in various places throughout the United States where the tests were conducted, how the page loads in Europe, and throughout the entire globe. So that's a quick way to see your ping, your page load, and your web server latency. So if you need to test your page load speed, Ping Brigade is just the thing for you. Next up, we have a new service called Glogster. Glogster is actually pretty interesting. It allows you to create something that looks like a multimedia poster for embedding into your site, or if it is an actual poster, you could print it. There's a great little tip or tutorial over on my site, CourtneyEngel.com, along with today's information. Check it out there, but the web address is Glogster, Glogster.com, and it's a neat way to integrate a lot of multimedia if you don't know a lot of web page design, so check them out. Also in the news today is a service called Tint. I've been using Tint on my website. It's a great service to help you track and see if anyone's copying and pasting your stuff. But what it will also do is, if we open up Tint's website, it's going to walk you through this process, and let me log into mine, that if somebody were to copy and paste my information, so if I go to login, if somebody were to copy my information, I've already created and set my account up, but what you'll be able to see is in the link setup area that you have this nice little area that shows here's where the link came from to be able to read more. So when somebody goes to paste content from your site, it says read more over at such and such a site with the Creative Commons licensing included. Great way to prevent others from illegally swiping your stuff and give you some reports as to where others are copying your information to. So that's tint.com. Next up, we have, it is the month of November, so we have NaNoWriMo going on. NaNoWriMo is NaNoWriMo.org. NaNoWriMo stands for National Novel Writing Month, and it happens throughout the month of November. 30 days to blast out your book. If you're not in NaNoWriMo yet, it's not too late to get started. Check it out at NaNoWriMo.org and interact with the community. You're going to get lots of tips, tricks, and be able to encourage each other along through your process. Next up, we have Facebook changing some major updates. On Monday, they are to announce, Monday on the 12th, that they will be changing the email system. So that's something interesting to take a look at. You'll also notice that if you navigate to friends, you're going to see, you used to see who updated their profile pictures and some other information. Now you just see, here's the profile pictures that have been updated. I look at those friends area a lot because I've got everyone organized into lists, and I also have the status updates feature that I come to often. So that's something to check out. And the other aspect of what Facebook is changing is this friend view area. Let's go in and take a look at one of the Facebook friend view changes. If I'm inside of Facebook, and if I went to take a look, for instance, at a friend's wall, when I click on that friend, on the left-hand side, it will say view you and so-and-so. So I'm going to click view us, and you'll see all the information back and forth between the two of us. So these are things that we've participated in, communicated about, things that we have in common. You could look up you and other people that it's suggesting, or you could look up somebody else entirely. So in this case, I might want to look up Bob Berg, and let's say I'm looking up Bob Berg and Dixie Gillespie. So we'll see the friendship, and I'm not logged in as either of these two people, but here you see all the information, photos of them, events they've attended together, back and forth of Facebook changes. Keep this in mind whenever you are looking at these things, that, you know, these are just two people that happen to be friends. You'll also see on the top right-hand corner the relationships that it is suggesting of common people that they have together. So, interesting to take note of. You'll also be able to see the mutual likes, comments, events, all of those details. So, again, with Facebook, nothing's ever private, but just know the Facebook Friends is kind of an interesting feature. Another thing that Facebook is doing is they are adding in with the company Livestream the ability to embed live stream videos into your site. So if you go to apps.facebook.com/livestream, you'll be able to add in a live stream widget into a fan page for yourself. And if you need to get in and check out that process, we'll just click allow and navigate through. It's an interesting idea. Facebook uses it themselves when they are broadcasting an event, and so you know, get in, take a look, see what it does, see if it's a service that you would like to use for your audience. Next up, we have 7 Twitter strategies for a great following, for growing a great following. This is an article I came across today in Social Media Explorer by Dino Dogan, and the link is listed here on the side and in the show notes. But the real quick recap of 7 Twitter strategies: look for people that you already know. Make your tweets part of your blog, so include a widget on your blog with those tweets. Pay attention and pay your followers by following them back. Join in the conversation and take a look at things like Tweet Chat. Usually on Tuesday nights at 7 o'clock, I participate in one on LinkedIn. There are other ones that are out there and available, but it's a once a week, 1 hour time to just jump into Twitter, and no one knows if you're also watching TV or what else you're doing. It's just a Twitter networking event time. Integrate your social media into your networks. So that means if you're posting a photo to Flickr or a video to YouTube, share that information back inside of Twitter and vice versa. Put your Twitter name in your signatures. A great little application for that is WiseStamp. Finally, also consider running a contest in what you're doing. That's the quick recap of the news that you need to know for today in Streamlining Social Media. This is Courtney Engel signing off.